What's going on, YouTube? My name is Zach, and this is the first video that I'm ever putting onto YouTube, and so forgive me if it's a little choppy. It probably will be. But really, I guess the best place to start is to introduce myself and to also really maybe explain a little bit about what I am doing on YouTube, why I'm starting kind of a YouTube channel, I guess, and why I'm really going to put myself out there, which is not something that I typically enjoy doing. And so, again, I mentioned my name is Zach. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I have been doing this thing called life for about 35 years now. And so, you know, the thing that has really driven me and compelled me to get onto YouTube is because I've been really going through probably the hardest time of my adult life since, I was 21 when I first got sober. And outside of that, this might be the hardest year that I've had. This is, currently November of 2024. And a lot of the things that seemed to have been going well went south really quick. And I think anybody who has lived a life and has been on this world for at least a little bit has definitely gone through, I'm sure, similar times. And it could be hard to get through those. And so, I think talking about things is really important. And so this is kind of my way of doing that. And this is also part of my growth journey, because this year has really, been one of those periods of growth. And I've come to find that the harder times are, the more you end up learning and growing. Hopefully, anyways, because life has a good way of also throwing shit back in your face when you don't want to learn the lesson that it's trying to teach you. So, one of the things I have been really digging deep on is this idea of, you could call it people pleasing, you could call it nice guy syndrome, which is a term that I've never heard of before until this year when I came across a guy's work called Robert Glover, who is, if you're somebody who struggles with a similar idea of, I guess maybe I should explain really what that is. So, I came from an alcoholic family. I grew up with a mom, a sister, and a crazy aunt. Well, I guess you could probably argue all of them were kind of crazy, but I grew up with three women. My dad wasn't around very much, and when he was, it was kind of biting for his attention and trying to, hope that he would show up so we spend more time with him, which I think is a very common thing these days for young guys. But, so I grew up with all these women, and so I grew up learning that, it was a very kind of chaotic environment, and I was one of those people who learned to really change the way that I felt, or tell people what I felt while I was different, so that way I could avoid conflict and avoid, that was kind of my coping mechanism, was to go within and become somebody who, I guess everybody liked, so to speak. And so, I really inherited these traits and learned these coping mechanisms for life very early on. Fast forward, 35 now, I'm running a business, I'm married with kids, and all of a sudden, all of those coping tools and all of those things that I have kind of learned to use came to headway this year and really kind of threw my life upside down. And it really forced me into a position of taking a deep look at the way that I interacted with life and built relationships. And that's why I'm here, is because it is fucking hard. And I think it's really important for guys, especially, and for men out there, to have support and resources. And so that's really kind of what I'm hoping for, because, I've found some tools and resources that have really began to help me, but I think sharing that with other people, and especially other men, is really, really important. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do, is I want to share my recovery journey with others and hopefully do it with other people. So if you're somebody who struggles with your interactions and your relationships in life, And if you're a guy who maybe has relationship issues where your wife isn't, happy with, uh, the way things are in your relationship, or maybe you're just not satisfied with whatever it might be, this might be a good place for you. And so it's really going to be centered around men's personal development and growth. I would like to build a community of people who can be honest and share their experiences, and hopefully we can build something to help a lot of people, and we can all do it together. That's my hope. So with that being said, I would kind of like to start. I think a good thing for me to do would just to be, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm just going to start by kind of doing what I've been doing on a daily basis, which is going through this journal. And for those of you who don't already know, again, Dr. Robert Glover, he focuses on this thing that he coined the term a nice guy. And so I think what I maybe should do is maybe start by reading what a nice guy might be. So that way you can kind of have that idea and, maybe have a better idea if this is really the right place for you or not. Really, any men or guys interested in self-growth and development, I think, could benefit from this stuff. But, I'll go ahead and kind of read this. So you kind of know where I'm coming from when I relate with a lot. Let me go ahead and grab it really quick. So for those of you who don't know, this is what the book looks like. And this is kind of where we're going to be going through, is workbooks related around this. Let's see. So I'm going to kind of read a generic idea. I'll probably cut in a more accurate description if I find it along the way. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of read some key points. So, characteristics of a nice guy. Every nice guy is unique, but all have a cluster of similar characteristics. These traits are the result of a script, often formed in childhood, that guides their lives. While other men may have one or two of these traits, nice guys seem to possess a significant number. Nice guys are givers. Nice guys frequently state that it makes them feel good to give to others. They believe that the generosity is a sign of how good they are and will make other people love and appreciate them. Nice guys fix and caretake. If a person has a problem, has a need, is angry, depressed, or sad, nice guys will frequently attempt to solve and fix the situation, usually without being asked. I'm going to kind of just go through the bullet points instead of read through all these because it'll take quite some time. Nice guys seek approval from others. Nice guys avoid conflict. Nice guys believe they must hide their perceived flaws and mistakes. Nice guys seek the right way to do things. Nice guys repress their feelings. Nice guys often try to be different from their fathers. Nice guys are often more comfortable relating to women than to men. Nice guys have difficulty making their needs a priority. And nice guys often make their partner their emotional center. So if you relate to any of those, then you might want to read this book. I'm going to kind of go through the key points now of what's wrong with being a nice guy. So I'm just, again, go through bullet points. The term nice guy is actually a misnomer because nice guys are often anything but nice. Here are some not so nice traits of nice guys. Nice guys are dishonest. These men hide their mistakes, avoid conflict, say what they think people want to hear, and repress their feelings. These traits make nice guys fundamentally dishonest. Nice guys are secretive. Because they are so driven by to seek approval, nice guys will hide anything that they believe might upset anyone. The nice guy motto is, if at first you don't succeed, hide the evidence. Nice guys are compartmentalized. I don't know why that word's hard to say right now. Nice guys are manipulative. Nice guys are controlling. Nice guys give to get. I'm going to read this one. Though nice guys tend to be generous givers, their giving often has an unconscious and unspoken strings attached. They want to be appreciated. They want some kind of reciprocation. They want someone to stop being angry at them, etc. Nice guys often report feeling frustrated or resentful as a result of giving so much while seemingly getting so little in return. Nice guys are passive aggressive. Nice guys are full of rage. I think this is a good one. So, though nice guys frequently deny ever getting angry, a lifetime of frustration and resentment creates a pressure cooker of repressed rage deep inside these men. This rage tends to erupt at some of the most unexpected and seemingly inappropriate times. I can relate to that one a lot. Nice guys are addictive. It's definitely me. I'm definitely an all or nothing kind of person. Nice guys have difficulty setting boundaries. Nice guys are frequently isolated. Nice guys are often attracted to people and situations that need fixing. Nice guys frequently have problems in intimate relationships. Nice guys have issues with sexuality. Nice guys are usually only relatively successful. So, I first read this book and it really struck a chord with me because, like I mentioned earlier, I got sober when I was 21, went to AA, still kind of dabble in AA, to be honest. And it really changed my life, but there was always something more that I felt that was missing. And when I read this book, it felt like it was the missing piece. And so, I really think that, I guess I'll just say I'm really grateful that I found this book. And hopefully, with this channel, I can help other people feel that same feeling that I got. So, anyways, I think the last thing I'm going to go ahead and read for this video, really if anything, I'm going to keep going through this because in this book and writing videos, hopefully daily, just to kind of go through each kind of daily recovery thing that I do. But really, this is like a growth piece for me because first of all, getting on YouTube and talking about your fucking feelings and, this kind of shit is very uncomfortable. It's not very fun to do. And I'm at a point where I'm really trying to push my growth, but I also feel like this deep need and, I feel compelled to get this information out there because this was something that changed my life so dramatically. And it sucks that it took so long because this book was written, I believe, in the early 2000s, maybe 2003. And, maybe I had heard about it, but the fact that it took me this long to kind of find this is, like I wish I would have found it earlier. So hopefully I can help other people to do that. So anyways, I want to read kind of what the goal is. And this is something that, as a nice guy, I'm really striving to achieve in my life, and it's called the integrated male. After enrolling in a No More Mr. Nice Guy therapy group, Gil, which is a story that Dr. Glover kind of talks about some different case studies or clients that he was working with. He was a family therapist, now works exclusively with men, but Gil, a pleasant man in his early 50s, revealed that his wife was supportive of him joining a group. Nevertheless, he harbored a secret fear that she would be angry at what the name of the group seemed to imply. How to stop being a nice guy and become a SOB. Using typical nice guy logic, Gil questioned why any woman would be supportive of men becoming not nice. Nice guys tend to be very black and white in their thinking. The only alternative they can see to being nice is becoming bastards or jerks. I frequently remind nice guys that the opposite of crazy is still crazy, so becoming a jerk isn't the answer. Recovery from nice guy syndrome isn't about going from one extreme to the other. The process of breaking free from ineffective nice guy patterns doesn't involve becoming not nice. Rather, it means becoming integrated. Being integrated means being able to accept all aspects of oneself. An integrated man is able to embrace everything that makes him unique. His power is assertiveness. his courage, and his passion, as well as his imperfections, his mistakes, and his dark side. An integrated male possesses many of the following attributes. He has a strong sense of self. He likes himself just as he is. He takes responsibility for getting his own needs met. He is comfortable with his masculinity and his sexuality. He has integrity. He does what is right, not what is expedient. He is a leader. He is willing to provide for and protect those he cares about. He is clear, direct, expressive of his feelings. That one is something I don't relate to very much, but I would like to. He can be nurturing and giving without caretaking or problem solving. He knows how to set boundaries and is not afraid to work through conflict. That's another good one for me. An integrated male doesn't strive to be perfect or gain the approval of others. Instead, he accepts himself just as he is, warts and all. An integrated male accepts that he is perfectly imperfect, making the transformation from a nice guy to an integrated male doesn't become about by just trying harder to be a good man. Breaking free from the nice guy syndrome demands embracing a totally different way of viewing oneself and the world of complete change in one's personal paradigm. Something like that. Let me explain. ... Then he goes on. So, I think for me in these videos going forward, my goal is to, I think, just start from the beginning of this book and start to read it. Maybe I'll do it like live, because I think that would be kind of cool to do it live and maybe start building a community around that. And then also there's some breaking free activities is what he calls it, but really it's activities that he's developed over the years of working with hundreds if not thousands of guys that, getting a new lifestyle and becoming a new person doesn't happen, like it says, by just reading a book. It happens by taking action and changing the actual behaviors and the patterns that you've set up over the course of your life. And that's fucking hard to do. And one of the most important things outside of obviously taking action and doing it is having a support group and having other people you're doing it with. And one of the things that don't currently have that I want to build is a community of guys who can do that. And Dr. Glover actually does have his whole online thing that he's building right now. It's called Integration Nation. You can actually go on to it, and there's hundreds of guys already on there. There's tons of meetings every week. They actually have groups where they go through and read this stuff. But for me, I really want to try to get more of this out there, and this has more reach. And so, yeah, I just feel like this is a mission that I want to carry out right now. And so, I appreciate even if I can just help 2 people, I don't really give a shit. I mean, honestly, even if it was 1, even if it was just me, I guess, that's fine. But I have a feeling that there's more people out there that might be interested in this. So I'm going to read through this book. I also have this one called, by one of his coaches. It's called 30-Day Recovery Journal. So it's kind of a 30-day guide. It goes through, it has daily exercises. Probably go through this as well too. But part of me feels like just reading through the book, and going from there. And as we get more people in here, and kind of take it from there and kind of get some feedback on it. So, without, Dr. Glover in his Integration Nation, one of the things they say is, I'm in, which from what I understand is basically a way of acknowledging that you're into this journey, you're into this path, you're into this mission, you're engaged, you're integrated, you're conscious. And so, I think that's an appropriate way to end each conversation. And so my name is Zach, and with that, I'm in.